I'm still gonna have Galeria go around and do the things. Just because I'm still gonna have what was I gonna say? I'm gonna go talk to Sentius again is what I'm gonna do.
The 49 melodies fetch again.
Well, that's the thing though. If I go talk to him again, I don't know if there's a way I can get him to do what I want though. Like, it's telling me to talk to her.
Oh, don't mind me. I just live here.
Okay, wait. What if I go talk to her without telling him about Scintilla? Telling her about Scintilla? No, I don't want to do that. Aw, man.
I'm afraid.
Damn it! Oh my god, it just instantly triggers it. Fucking dick. Okay, so you can't tell her about it at all. Now that you know, you can't talk to her. Got it. Man, I just wanted to see if I could get around it without telling her that, but I guess if you've already seen it, you can't tell her anything else. Alright. That was dumb. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I deserve the failed trumpet for that. Waste of time for all of you. I'm sorry. What a waste of a loop. I only wasted, hopefully, you know, a few minutes of your time and mine. Yeah, Street Fighter KO'd myself. Alright, do it again. One more time, hopefully. Again, I don't even know if I need to have Galerius do all this, but I want him to. Just because. Because I think now that I know all the things that I know, I just need to tell... Oh, I don't know. It's telling me to talk to the priestess. But maybe I'll just go put the plaques where they go, man.
You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue.
I don't know. Because she's saying the priestess. That makes me think I need to talk to the priestess before I do what I need to do. But maybe I'll just go do what I need to do and see what happens. Hello.
Hello.
Morrow's here, guys.
Don't believe
Hello.
a word they tell you.
I mean, I guess I could just go put the things in the obelisk. DJ said hi.
Hi, DJ.
And Drew.
Hi, Drew.
I can hear you.
Hi, Omega.
And Omega. So I don't think... Oh, what?
I would have been up earlier, but my mom decided to call me and talk my ear off
Oh.
for like 2 hours.
Jeez, you've been on the phone for 2 hours? Good
Since you
lord.
went upstairs and started streaming.
Goddamn. I didn't know that.
She just wanted to check on me.
Gotcha.
And then she proceeded to yap about work for the next 45 minutes.
Of course. I know, right, Drew? She sounds so excited to be here. Nah, it's okay. Punk also said hi.
Hi, Mom.
Alright, so should we put these plaques in their place? Like, I guess this is what we're here to do. Are you ready to talk to Hades? Is that what's going to happen right now? I mean, fuck it. Why not? The plaques are in place. Now what? Doors are going to open, I'm assuming? Oh, God. The world is shook. Okay. Enter the great temple. Speak with the gods. Let's do it. Speak his name. Hades, Lord of the Many. Nurgle, the Fierce One. Osiris, Lord of Silence. Or Pluto, Father of Riches. Do I have to speak his name? Does it matter which one I choose? They're all the same guy. I'm going to call him Pluto, because that's, you know, what the Romans call him. I wonder if any of the names would have worked. Probably. Alright, well, we're in, guys. We're in there. We're gonna go talk to Hades, I guess. This feels like this is gonna lead us to the true ending, but maybe this is just one of the other endings. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I think I have most everything.
I didn't say everything. I said an ending.
Oh, yeah, I got one of the endings earlier, yeah. DJ's got a joke. My 50-pound parrot died yesterday. It was upsetting at first, but honestly, it's a huge weight off of my shoulder. But,
You
damn.
said yesterday. Can you read?
Today, yesterday, whatever. Does it matter? Does that really change the joke? It doesn't. Anyway, Pluto again? Oh. Oh. We have to do it in chains. So, Pluto is the newest. We have to go backwards. So, Hades is the next. And then it'll be Osiris. And then it'll be Nergal, which I didn't even learn that name. But it'll be by the last by process of elimination. You can see. See, this is the Egyptian one. Makes more sense now. So, I guess calling him Hades first, or Pluto first, made the most sense. Osiris. Thank you. Thank you. Gotta learn the name of the god of the dead. Speak his name. Alright. Last but not least, we got Nergal. Oh boy. If we're not about to meet a god, then it's too bright for this man. You guys ready for a lore dump? Apparently. Oh my god. Look at how fucking, like, we're in the future. This looks awesome. It's like we're in a Halo, like in the Halo of Halo. Alright, well, Hades, I'm here to speak with you, I guess. Or maybe this is, oh, maybe we're going to talk to Persephone also. Is this her? Hold on.
And here you are.
There he is.
Allow me to introduce myself. As you have already gathered, I've been known by many names. Nergal to the Sumerians, Osiris
The god of the underworld.
Hades to the Greeks, and Pluto to the Romans. But the one constant through it all has been my title, God of the Underworld. And I've been
True that.
watching you with curiosity, mortal, ever since your arrival. You're unlike the others, aren't you? And what is more, you carry a weapon that was never intended for mortals to wield, and you do it so brazenly. But there will be time for your reckoning later. First, as a reward for undoing the desecration of my obelisk, I will allow you to satisfy your curiosity. Ask what you will.
Ask all your questions, then I'll kill you. Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Yeah, that's what this is right now. Especially with the time loop stuff. That's funny, actually. Yeah, maybe one of his other names is punk-ass bitch. You might be right, Drew. You know, Hades, Pluto, Osiris, punk-ass bitch, Nergal. It's on the list. But anyway, what's your story, huh? Tell me your story, sir.
My story is many thousands of years long. You will need to be more specific. What do you wish to know?
Okay, you're a god, question mark?
It is a matter of perspective. God is a label I was given by you mortals, not one I gave myself. Your ancestors revered me because to them, my knowledge and technology made me incomprehensibly powerful, just as you might seem so to an insect. But despite all that, there are rules even I must obey.
Oh, yeah? Why do you look and sound like a man?
My kin and I all adopted this form long ago, so that we might better understand and communicate with your kind. In time, we grew fond of the sensory delights it affords: desire, joy, ecstasy, even rage and sorrow, while an acquired taste can be addictive.
Okay, may I see your true form?
No.
No.
Long ago, I swore to Persephone that I would remain in this form for as long as we remained among your kind. I must honor that.
Fine. I wanted to see you in a cool, like, demon form. Whatever. Anyway, who's this woman? I guess you're gonna say it's Proserpina.
This is my beloved. Like me, she has been known by many names. Ereshkigal to the Sumerians, Isis to the Egyptians, Persephone to the Greeks, and Proserpina to the Romans. Or perhaps you might know her as the goddess of springtime, the cycle of life and renewal.
Don't tell him that she whispers. Okay, okay.
Your gaze lingers too long.
Stop staring at her. Who's that on your right, then, if she's to the left?
That is my servant.
Oh?
You would have met by the river.
Ah, it's
She
Charon.
wears many
Karen.
faces and goes by
Charon.
many names. Kumutubal to the Sumerians, Kirti to the Egyptians, Charon to the Greeks, and Charon to the Romans.
Charon,
Her
Charon.
goal is to ferry souls between the mortal world and this one, and to make their transition as seamless as possible. For that, she earned herself the infamous, if erroneous, moniker, the Ferry. You will talk more later. For now, ask your questions.
Okay, okay, okay. Let me talk something else then.
As you wish.
Let's ask about what this place is.
It has come to be known simply as the Underworld, and it exists because of a wager I made long ago.
Okay. What was that wager?
That is a long story, one that began over 3,000 years ago.
Well, tell me the story, bro. That's what I'm here for. This is what I'm here
See,
for.
Long ago, my kin and I set out from our home on Elysium to search for other forms of life among the stars. We discovered your planet and witnessed your kind evolving from primates into something lawless and barbaric. You all but destroyed yourselves, your 2 short lives being extinguished by violence and ignorance and disease. Yet Proserpina saw raw potential in you, and persuaded the rest of us it would be squandered without our intervention and stewardship. So we revealed ourselves to your people in a place called Sumer. We offered guidance in agriculture, toolcraft, and law, and you called us gods. For a time you flourished, but soon you were too many for us to oversee. And as you spread from that cradle of civilization, we saw something disturbing. We had sown the seeds of dependency and confusion, and soon you returned to your old ways of violence and ignorance, this time in our name. My kin had seen enough, and gave up on your kind, condemning you as barbaric and chaotic, scarcely more than animals. We began preparations to return to Elysium, our home world, a utopia unspoilt by conflict and unimaginable in its beauty. But my Proserpina could not bear to abandon your kind without guidance, and knowing it would force the rest of us to leave her behind, she made an extraordinary sacrifice. She gave up her immortality to descend permanently to the ranks of humankind. And so she began her inescapable trajectory toward death. Horrified, I acted swiftly. I placed her in suspended animation in a deep frozen sleep to prevent age and sickness from claiming her. And then I pleaded with Proserpina's father, who the Romans called Jupiter, to bring her with us to Elysium. It was and is my hope that once there, we might one day learn to undo
Jupiter is Zeus?
done to herself. But he refused. I did everything I could.
Jupiter
to
is Zeus,
persuade
right?
him, but he would not relent. He would rigidly uphold his final pronouncement. Humans were unworthy of ascension to Elysium, and no exceptions would be made. But seeing that I was aggrieved, he proposed a wager, the terms of which were as follows. If even one human city could prove itself capable of living without sin for a single year, then Proserpina and all of humanity would be permitted to join us in Elysium. My part would be to remain behind, the last of my kind, to watch over you, without interfering, and to sit in silent judgment. And so my reward has been to languish here, enduring a 3,000-year winter, waiting for the day your kind proves itself worthy of her faith in you, so that I might take her with me to Elysium and unthaw my goddess of springtime. And here I am, after all this time, still waiting.
Damn. What a story. Well, yeah, Demeter is Persephone's mom, at least in the stories. I'm pretty sure he said Jupiter, and I'm pretty sure Jupiter is Zeus, right? So, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's right because Neptune is Poseidon. Hades is Pluto. Jupiter is Zeus, I'm pretty sure. Saturn is who's Saturn? I forget who everybody is. I'm forgetting exactly, but you know what I mean. I'm getting there. Mercury is Hermes, I'm pretty sure. Apollo, not Apollo. Venus is Aphrodite. Mars is Aries. Saturn and Uranus are not coming to me, but I'm pretty sure neither of those is Zeus. Pretty sure Jupiter is Zeus. I think I have that right. Because Jupiter is the biggest planet, right? Right? I think that's right. It's Zeus. Anyway, let's go back to the list of Saturn's Cronus. That's right. Saturn is Cronus, the dad. That's Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades' dad is Cronus, Saturn. Then what the fuck? Is somebody Uranus? Somebody's Uranus, right? It's probably some god I don't even remember, because none of them are coming to mind. Who's Uranus? All the ones I'm thinking of are not Uranus. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Who are your kin? Maybe he'll list it out for us.
There were also gods who, like me, have been known by many names, but perhaps you knew them by their Roman
Tell me.
names. Our leader,
Here we go.
as well as Neptune, Saturn, Juno, Minerva, Mars, Venus, Apollo, Diana, Vulcan, Vesta, Ceres, and of course, my beloved Persephone.
Okay. All the gods we know, but in their Roman name. So anyway, Uranus is actually the Greek one. The Roman equivalent is Caelus. Okay. God of the sky, primordial deity. Okay, that's not one I'm super familiar with then. So I guess in Greek his name is just Uranus. Interesting that all the planets got named after Romans except for the one Greek, which was Uranus. Interesting. I don't know how that happened with our planet names, but sure. Anyway, who built the city?
As the first wave of your kind arrived from Sumer, I had them build a city in their own fashion, so that they might be comfortable and recreate their lives here. I had them build the entrance as a vertical shaft leading to baths, to cleanse them of the sins of their former lives, and to prevent escape. I watched wave after wave of Sumerians arrive, and as their civilization declined over the centuries, they were replaced by Egyptians. Of course, believing themselves to be the superior civilization.
Just like in real life. Just like out in the real world. The next civilization built on top of the previous one, over and over and
For
over.
another 1,000 years, the Greeks began to arrive, and then the Romans, and they all did the same thing. They built upon the underworlds of their predecessors, renamed their gods, and ensured their foundations were forgotten.
Okay then. How did you decide who comes here then?
To ensure the wager was fair, it was important that my subjects were chosen at random. To this end, I had my servant distribute 1,000 tokens fashioned from the silver, a rare element at the time, across all of Sumer. Whoever died while in possession of one of them would be located by my servant and ferried to this place, with no memory of how they arrived. As the tokens were discovered, they were traded, smelted, and fashioned into trinkets, and eventually coins, spreading to Egypt like seeds on the wind. Later, when they spread to Greece, they would come to be known as Charon's Oval, or as coins for the ferryman. Some placed coins in the mouths of their dead, hoping they would awaken here, though they had no way of knowing which coins were fashioned from the original tokens. In fact, almost all of the tokens are accounted for. Only 2 remain. And so after this wave destroys itself, as it is destined to do, your kind will have squandered the last of its potential to ascend beyond this rock, and Persephone's along with it.
Wouldn't you have a vested interest in making sure that they don't fail then? Anyway, how did humans learn about the underworld?
It is a regrettable story. One of the first men who came to this place was a king of Sumer, and a troublemaker. To be rid of him, I returned him to his people, on the condition that my servant erased his memories of this place. But the erasure did not take completely, and he told stories of this place as if describing memories of a dream. His tales were committed to writing, which came to be known as the Epic of Gilgamesh, and his words were twisted and distorted over generations.
The Epic of
Later,
Gilgamesh.
Egyptians
The battle on the
redemptioned
big bridge.
stories of the underworld, making them wildly intricate and labyrinthine. Their Book of the Dead and Book of Gates bore less and less resemblance to this place in their priests' pursuit of profit. Then, when the Greeks began to arrive, they proved far more cunning. And in a series of incidents that will not be repeated, 5 of them escaped. A warrior named Heracles, 2 kings named Sisyphus and Theseus, a poet named Orpheus, and a Trojan named Aeneas. They each told embellished tales of this place, how to get here, and how to escape. And so from Sumer to Egypt, Greece to Rome, your kind has always told each other stories about this place, though each story contained only a seed of truth.
Well, okay then. I didn't hear the name Zagreus, but then again, he didn't really escape to stay out. He kept going back in and having to keep escape over and over again, you know. I.e. the video game Hades. Have you played it? Do you know about this? Clearly, it's true history. But anyway, all right. Let's talk about the golden rule finally. Are you the one responsible for this bitch? And of course, this guy seems like an a-hole punk. This dude is Hades. You know, the devil himself. You know. But anyway, unfortunately, you have to go. You guys have to leave. All right, yeah, you have to catch up on the VOD, punk. Sorry, but yeah. Are you responsible for the golden rule, you dick?
That is merely the name your people have given to it, but yes, it is my doing.
Why turn people into gold?
That is a story dating back to the very first wave. After the Sumerians finished building their city, the self-declared ruler threw a banquet to celebrate. Now this man was unmarried, and many women were vying to become his wife, a prestigious position of power and influence in a new world. Of all the women, 2 were particularly ambitious. Both were beautiful, and both arrived at the banquet wearing eye-catching dresses and painted faces, their hair woven in elaborate fashion. The first woman, recognizing that she would require an advantage to win the ruler's affection, draped herself in jewelry, ornate necklaces, bracelets, and rings fashioned from gold. Seeing this ostentatious display, the second woman grew envious, for she had no such jewelry at her disposal. She prayed aloud to any gods that would listen to cover her in gold. And when her prayer went unanswered, she took matters into her own hands. While the others indulged at the banquet, the second woman summoned the first for a discussion in a quiet place. She checked that nobody was watching, and pushed her rival from the top of the ziggurat.
Damn.
She broke her
Savage.
down the rocks below. But I was watching, and I decided to answer her prayer. I took the golden bow left behind by Diana, and I shot that woman in the heart, covering her from head to toe in a layer of molten gold. And I left her to stand there, that she might serve as a grim reminder of what befalls those who sin in my domain. But that was not enough, for the entire city was tainted by her sin, and the wager could no longer be won. So I had no choice but to wipe the slate clean. I gilded them all, to make way for a new wave, and began the wager again. And to this day, each of them, and all who came after, line the halls of this city, inanimate but conscious, suspended.
That's
in
pretty
time
savage.
with only their sight and hearing preserved, so they may bear witness to and lament the folly of your kind for eternity. Silent golden sentinels.
Damn. So everybody who's like in a golden statue that we've seen is alive. Well, maybe not everyone's alive, but everyone who's frozen was, or unless they died as they got gilded, I guess. But either way, if you're gilded golden statue, you can see and hear everything. You just can't do anything about it. Damn. That's so savage. And basically, he just does that to wipe the slate clean so he can try to win his wager over and over again with a brand new group of humans, hoping that one will actually survive for a whole year. And so far, Fail. Anyway, you're responsible for destroying all these lives. Good job, douche.
I give your kind a second chance at life, as well as ample warning about my law. And when you disobey, and you always disobey, you force my hand, bringing terrible suffering upon yourselves. And so you ask if I am the one destroying your lives. And I say, no, you destroy yourselves. I am merely the means by which you do it.
Yeah, whatever. Basically, it's kind of like Dr. Stone, except for it's gold. Kinda, yeah. That's not too terribly different, Omega, actually. Anyway, where do these golden bows come from?
When my kin departed, they left behind many relics which I inherited. A consolation prize of sorts. The golden bow originally belonged to one of my kin, who the Romans called Diana. As my collection of golden statues grew, I chose the most ferocious among them, and equipped them each with a duplicate of her bow, and tasked them with hunting down the Forsaken at my behest. They became known simply as Furies.
Okay, cool. So the Furies are what the ones that come to life and shoot us with their bows, basically. Anyway, what do you consider a sin?
I've always considered that the cornerstone of morality is the ability to determine right from wrong on one's own. No attempt to lay out rules like your Code of Hammurabi or your 12 Tables of the Roman Republic can ever cover all possible scenarios.
Exactly.
This should come as no surprise to you, since the core principle has been expressed in many forms by many of your civilizations. The Egyptians made a rudimentary attempt with do to the doer to make him do. The Greeks refined it with avoid doing what you would blame others for doing. The Roman Stoics added, treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Even the so-called cultists hiding among you often say, do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
The so-called cultists.
It is the simplest of concepts, and each one of you is born with the faculties required to apply it to any situation. Yet none of the peoples who expressed this rule were able to uphold it. Curious, is it not?
That principle is not easy to apply as it sounds. It doesn't seem like you've been upholding it either. Damn. Damn. I've always lived my life that way. Nyam, 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 nyam. I'm about to throw that one at him. That's hilarious. You haven't been upholding it either, bitch.
Enough. You clearly know nothing.
Anyway, how do you people, or you know when people sin? Sorry. How do you know when people sin?
I'm able to commune with all of the statues in the city. Their ears are my ears, and their eyes are my eyes.
He sees all. Is Prosperina connected to the statues in the same way?
If she was still conscious, I suppose she could, but she's not. Why do you ask?
Huh? No reason. Right. No reason.
Then what an odd question.
I know. Why did we ask that? Anyway, I've seen some terrible things here that you don't consider a sin. How could you let them happen?
Do you plan to speak in sweeping generalizations? Or are you going to...
Oh, there's been a ton of shit, bro. I've seen suicide.
I've seen no such thing, but in any case, taking one's own life is a self-directed act. It is not one that is done to others, however they may be affected by it. Therefore, it cannot be said that one who commits suicide has done anything unto others.
Interesting. That seems like an extremely literal interpretation of the rule, homie.
Applying this rule always requires us to interpret the meaning of the words. The literal interpretation helps to minimize the ambiguities of your primitive language.
If our language is full of ambiguity, doesn't that make the rule inherently subjective and unreliable? Yum, 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 yum.
Supposing you're right, and my law has been broken, and I should turn you all to gold immediately. Is that what you want?
No. I'm right and you know it. Of course not. Never mind.
Now tell me, what other sins do you believe I have overlooked?
Because, like, do unto others as you want done to yourself is very vague. And, yeah, suicide, like, yeah, you're doing it to yourself. And whatever. Anyway, price gouging for life-saving medicine. Man, we have a lot of examples, don't we?
The merchant. How is that inconsistent with the rule I've outlined?
He wouldn't want someone else to demand an outrageous price for the medicine he needed if he was dying.
I disagree. Having watched this merchant, that is precisely what he would expect from others, and he would be quite capable of paying the price anyway.
You can't know what he would expect. You're just speculating.
Applying this rule always requires speculation.
Blah, blah, blah. Alright. Doesn't that... yeah.
Not if we're wise enough.
And do you think you know the minds of other people?
Supposing you're right, and my law has been broken, and I should...
No. Never
Now
mind.
tell me,
Alright. Debt bondage.
you speak of the moneylender. How is that inconsistent with the rule?
Well, he wouldn't want to be trapped in a 30-year labor contract because of a loan.
And he would never have signed a contract pledging his labor for 30 years. All he did was enforce the terms of a contract signed voluntarily by others.
The whole concept of debt bondage, like slavery, is unethical. It's illegal under international law for where I'm from.
Ignoring your irritating sense of moral superiority. This is interesting. I'm curious.
This is where it's going to get sad.
Poverty
It's customary to take out a loan to buy a house, and in some places to pay for an education. Oh, here we go. He's going to start saying how this isn't any different.
I see. And how long might it take such a person?
30 years, in fact. Typically decades, depending on sometimes their entire life. That's the sad part.
I fail to see how your system
I was going to say, this is exactly the same system.
to a debt bondsman signing over his labor for 30 years.
Fair enough.
Now tell me, what other sins?
I'm not even going to argue that one. I'm not even going to argue that one. Loans are such bullshit sometimes. At least the system in which they have been built through. Loans are helpful, but the system that has been built around them is where it gets garbage. And that's what I'm kind of saying. Because, yes, loans have been helpful. Shit, it's how the U.S. continues to prosper as it is. How do you think we're in such a big debt ourselves, right? Anyway, experiments on the golden statues. Oh, right, that part. That was fucked up.
The midwife in the palace, yes. How is that inconsistent with the rule?
She wouldn't want to be experimented upon if she was gilded.
The rule is do unto others, meaning other people. Those statues
Oh,
are something
those aren't
else.
considered people.
Bloodless shadows, mere shapes of their former selves. They are forsaken. What happens to them is no
They're not people anymore, so blah, blah, blah. Whatever.
Now
Okay.
tell me,
I'm not going to argue them anymore because they're just going to come to the same conclusions. Alright, abduction.
abduction? You mean the magistrate imprisoning his daughter in the cistern, I take it. He did so because she sought to escape. A sin I take particularly seriously. Better that he stops her from escaping, albeit brutishly, than I have to wipe out this entire city to punish her. Wouldn't you agree?
I mean, I disagree, but I'm just going to
Supposing you're right, then my lord...
No, that's not what I want. Alright. It's no wonder people say the gods are cruel. This just shows how unreliable and subjective your moral code is. You're no better judging at right from wrong than any human. Yep, agreed.
Do you honestly think you could do better?
No, but that's my point. Nobody's grasp of right and wrong is so perfect that they can be trusted with all this power. There you go. You're a tyrant, Dick.
I should strike you down for that.
You should. Enough talk. I'm going to end... Wow, you can fight him? And if you did, you'd be proving my point, Dick.
Now, did you have any other questions before your reckoning?
Can't believe you could just straight fight him if you want. That's funny. Anyway, I think we've gone through every single question that we can so far. So, talk about something else.
Very well.
I think we're at the point of the end of the questions.
Good. And now it is time for your reckoning. Only, it seems, something is wrong.
What's that?
It has long been within my power to see to the hearts of mortals and weigh their deeds in life. But when I peer into you, I see only a blank slate, as if you did not exist until you appeared in this.
Huh?
How is this possible? Charon, where did you find this one?
I do not remember ferrying you. How did you come here?
What? Maybe the Karen that brought me here is not this Karen? Maybe you're forgetting in your old age. I'm gonna hit her with that.
You would have us believe that my servant merely forgot bringing you here.
I have no idea. I misspoke. I arrived here in about 2,000. Oh, I arrived here in about 2,000 years. Yes.
Sounds improbable to me. Carol, does this mortal speak the truth? Or should I strike her down where she stands?
Perhaps. The waters of the River Lake are known to have that effect.
I will take you at your word.
Wow, gonna believe my lie. All right.
Your past remains
I'm okay with
shrouded
this.
in mystery. It seems I must put
Yay! You're not gonna kill everyone.
But answer this. Why have you come here? What is it you seek?
I'd like you to put an end to the golden rule. I just want to get out of here. I'm here to kill you. I'd like you to put an end to the golden rule.
Your hubris is amusing, so I will allow you to make your case. But I warn you, if you anger me or waste my time with lies or wrong-headed arguments,
Okay.
there's death here.
Time to go through this whole conversation again if I have to.
Why should I put an end to the so-called golden rule?
If you're doing this for love, you should know that Proserpina doesn't love you. Damn. How can you expect us to live without sin if you can't do it yourself? The golden rule is corrupting the city and ensuring you'll never win the wager. That's an interesting idea, if the golden rule is corrupting it. I'm going to go with that one.
How so? And be specific. You have made a grave allegation, and I expect you to back it up.
Okay. Decius is price gouging. Rufius has become paranoid that he's jumping at shadows like virtual sexuality. Malleolus has trapped people in debt bondage by convincing them to pay. I mean, these are all examples. Do I have to argue why these are breaking his rule? Let's just do that.
True. I have witnessed him doing that.
Okay, and Rufius.
He is a volatile and confused fellow, that one.
Okay, and Malleolus doing the life debt.
His cruelty does seem to grow greater by the day.
Is that enough examples?
Pathetic. You will need to do a lot better
What?
than that.
That's all I got, man. Fuck you. Fine. How do you expect to live without sin if you can't do it yourself?
That is a very serious accusation, mortal. What sin have I committed? What evidence do you have to support it?
Didn't you abduct Proserpina and prisoner? You've trapped people in a city against their will. You've given terrible punishments to hundreds of people. I'm just going to go through the list. Didn't you abduct Proserpina?
I am well aware of the story told by the Greeks and Romans of my so-called abduction. It is entirely unfair. My love was dying, and I intervened the only way I could to save her life. What would you have done?
But didn't she choose to die?
It was an act of rebellion against the others. She knew I would have to act to save her, and I did because I loved her. I love her still. Accordingly, I reject your argument.
Whatever. You've trapped people in the city.
These people were all dead when my servant found them. I gave them a second chance at life. Would you prefer to have simply ceased to exist?
Maybe.
Then you still have the option to end your life should you wish, and you are no worse off than if I had not intervened. Accordingly, I reject your
Okay, fine. You've given terrible punishments to hundreds of people for minor sins and some no committed at all.
Every one of those people was guilty of failing to ensure their peers lived virtuously. They failed collectively, and so they were punished collectively. The Romans understand this, as did the Greeks before them.
Where I'm from, collective punishment is considered one of the most egregious crimes. If our positions were reversed, you wouldn't want me to punish you for the sins of other people. Let's hit him with that.
Ah, but I am a god, and you are a mortal. Why would you expect me to treat you as I treat my own kind? You are not a peer. You are not a respected equal. Let me ask you this. Do you treat insects as you wish to be treated? Do you care for their well-being as you would
Damn.
your fellow?
You're an insect to me,
Do you
bitch.
ensure they have food and shelter and protection from predators? Do you give them rights?
No. I can't say that I do that.
Of course not. Because that would be absurd. Just as it would be absurd for me to treat your kind as equals.
Whatever, dude. What makes your kind superior to me? Your kind and mine can't be so different given that you're in love with one of us. Damn, get him.
My love for her does not mean I am not superior. now that she is mortal?
Perhaps you're not as different as humans think.
Bah! For a moment I thought you might have been building to a point. But I see now you are just a hubristic little creature.
I mean, whatever. Hold on, let me do that again.
That is a very...
Prisoner here.
It is...
She chose to die. Which one got me there? This one?
Everyone... They...
Where I'm from? No, wait. Let's start with this one.
Let me up. Do you...
No. What makes your kind superior to mine?
Where to begin? Our lifespans exceed yours by thousands of years, in which time we accumulate vast wisdom and a mastery of technology you cannot begin to imagine.
And why does wisdom and technology make you superior?
Because that is the source of our power over you.
So you think you're not obliged to treat us fairly because you're more powerful than us?
You could say that.
What was it that Roman Stoic said? Treat your inferior as you would wish to treat the superior to treat you?
My kin have no superiors.
But didn't you just say Jupiter's your leader? There's a hierarchy in your kin. Ooh.
That is true. Go on.
So are you treating humans the way you would wish Jupiter to treat you?
Make your point, mortal.
I'm saying if you can't follow your own rule, how can you expect humans to? I'm saying you're an arrogant... No, don't say he's arrogant. Just say he can't follow his own rule.
Let me ponder that for a moment. If you're right, then it would follow that all this time I have been in the wrong. But no. The very thought of it grieves me.
It grieves
How can I accept your argument when doing so would make me a tyrant and a monster?
Meh, not my problem. It's the truth. You've committed atrocities and you need to own up to it. You're not a monster. You're human and made a mistake. No, don't call me human.
Your hubris grows tough.
Ah, man.
You will make a fine...
No. Enough talk. I'm going to end this. Wait, are we going to fight him?
Do you really think you can wound me, a god, with that primitive weapon?
Okay. Let's find out, shall we?
Pathetic.
Oh, shit.
Many shall suffer for the
Grab her
sins of
crown.
one.
Grab her crown. I got the crown, right? Did I get it? I got it, right? Take Proserpina's crown. Am I supposed to go? Oh. Okay. I need to rewind time. Run, bitch, run. They gonna kill you. Shake 'em, bake 'em, baby. Shake 'em, bake 'em. You'll never take me alive, coppers. Nope. Shook 'em. Crap. Can't go that way. Load me, daddy. Load me out of here, daddy. I need to get out of here. Open the door, fool. I need to get out of here before I get shot in the ass. Wait, is there a zip line up here? Shit. Fuck. There's a zip line here. Quick. Zip it. Oh my god, it won't let me zip. It won't let me zip. Oh, come on, man. Put that away. God, it won't let me put the bow away. Oh my god, I'm gonna get shot. Fuck. Move, bitch, move. They gonna kill you. I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm so gonna die. Oh my god, he tried to bot me. Serpentine patterns. Oh my god. I have such a long way to go. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. No! I cannot allow myself to die! I must make it! For if I'm goldified... No! I didn't make it. Son of a bitch. Alright. I should have just kept running in the beginning. Damn it. Hopefully it saved it after I grabbed the fucking crown. If not, I'm going to have to go through some more conversation again, which pisses me off. Where did it save for me? Oh, I'm back here? Ah. Oh, it's the last door. Sorry. I have to do the whole fucking thing again? Oh, man. This is booty.
And here, allow me. No, but the one, and I
Man.
that they will
Skip all this. I don't have any questions.
Good. And now, oh, it is when I carry on. Wait.
Maybe you're getting old. Lie.
That is
Alright, then we gotta do the thing. Okay. I just want to put it into the golden rule. Let me see if I can convince him this time. Alright. If you can't do it yourself.
very it is
She choose to die. I think it was this one.
every they
Yeah. If your positions are reversed.
do you in,
No. What makes you superior to mine? Why does that make you superior? Treat us fairly. What was the Roman Stoic say? Everyone has superiors. Treat me like Jupiter treat you. Saying,
if you how can I
alright, it's the truth. You commit atrocities. Aw, man, I'm here again. Damn it. Oh well, that's fine. Maybe more about your beloved isn't.
how dare you threaten?
Alright, I don't think it matters.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Anyway, let me get that crown and get out of here, huh? I think I got the crown. We good. See ya. I took a crown. Now we out. Okay, I didn't get shot twice or whatever before I even got out of the room this time, which is good. Hurry. I just got to do some serpentine patterns out of here, man. Serpentine, serpentine. Ah, bitch. No fair. Load me out of here, daddy. Fuck, man. Didn't even give me a chance, man. Just go, just go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Run like a hoe. Go, 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 go. Run like a hoe. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Jump over this bitch, you hoe. Going this way for the sake of having less people on my ass to shoot me. See ya. I'm just trying to give him a little shake and bake. I was so close to getting there without dying last time, too. I was literally around this last corner. And this bitch shot me. Ah, this bitch right there. Anyway, we're going to make it. We're going to make it. Yeah. All right, so now I got to go back and show Pluto that I have the crown? That's what it said to do? I guess so. Rewind time and show Pluto you have Prosperina's crown. Yeah, that's what it says. Alright. Anyway, I'm going to have him do all the things again. Whether it's helpful or not, I don't know. You can do all the things while I'm busy talking to the god. You know, don't mind me. I got things to take care of.
The 49 melodies fetch again.
I gotta go talk to a god for a minute and show him that I got this crown and he ain't gotta do nothing with it, boy. Maybe he doesn't understand that I have the power of time travel. That must be one of the things, right? Like, he doesn't know that I'm time traveling over and over again. He must be oblivious to that. Because if he knew about that, he would have said something, I feel like. Like, there's a reason why I know what I know. And, you know, feel the confidence to argue with a fucking god. Because I remember it all, homie. Alright, anyway. All that conversation with Pluto, Hades, whatever, just to fucking... just to find out that, you know, I had to throw down with him in the end. Anyway, Hades... No? Pluto. Right. Sorry. The first door opened on its own. My bad. This is Hades. This is Osiris. And the last one is Zenergal. Alright, boy. I got another question. I need to show you something, dog. I already got the crown, homie.
And here you are. Allow me to introduce Nergal.
Yeah, see, like he never even talked to me before.
First,
Check this shit out, homie.
I would recognize that anywhere. And yet my beloved still wears hers.
Time travel.
What is this? How did you come by it?
I took it from her after I killed her in another timeline.
You vile, despicable creature. Why would you do such a thing? And worse still, boast about it.
I didn't want to kill her, but if you don't put it into the golden rule, I will do it again. I could do this all day. And the golden ruler, I will. Wow. This really is a Dormammu situation, isn't it? I've come to bargain. Like, this is literally that. It's literally that at this point. Anyway, I didn't want to, dog.
You have put me in an impossible position. If I refuse, you will murder her. And yet, if I agree, I will lose my wager and return to Elysium, humiliated and alone.
Oh, well. That's the idea. Well, make a choice.
I do not see that I have a choice in this. Your treachery and savagery have opened my eyes like nothing I have witnessed in 3,000 years.
You're welcome.
And now you have shown me your species' true colors. And I see that Persephone was a fool to have ever believed in you at all. This has gone on too long.
Yay.
It is time for me to let go of this form, of her, of all of you. But know this, if I abandon the wager and leave for Elysium, neither she nor your
Meh.
kind may ever
I don't need to go to your place. You can have your place, dude. Why we can't? We just want to return to the world, man.
Very well.
Fuck your Elysium.
I will have Karen make arrangements to ferry the others. But as for you, be aware you will be separated from the rest.
Yeah, back to my own time. Why?
Once this exodus begins, the events that brought you to this moment will never have taken place, and you will have created a paradox.
It's always a
What
paradox.
will become of you is difficult to predict, but that is the risk you have taken by interfering in the natural flow of time. Now, are you ready?
I guess let's get it over with.
You had best pray our paths never cross again, mortal.
All right. Well, thanks for everything, Hades. I'll miss you. All right. I'm assuming this is going to be another ending. Is it going to have the same kind of thing go on where we talk to Al? I think it is. Oh, but it's a different location. Why are we here? What? Hi, Al. What's up?
Oh. Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al.
I came here to find you, homie.
Oh, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I'm Funky G, homie.
Oh, did that lady in the forest send you in here after me? I guess I lost track of time, learning about the history of this place, and it is extraordinary. I'm fairly certain you and I are the first people to set foot in this city for about 2,000 years. Fortunately for us, the last person in here was a Roman man named Galerius, who inscribed an account into a tablet.
Okay.
Apparently, there was a community of 20-something people trapped in here, and living in fear of a curse they called the Golden Rule. They believed that if even one person sinned, an unknown god would cast them all into gold, like the 1,000 people who'd lived here before them. Then, one day, just as Galerius had finished praying for a good harvest at the shrine of Proserpina, an oracle appeared and told him how to solve the ills of the city, like saving the life of a dying woman, foiling an assassination attempt, and so on. Meanwhile, the oracle walked up to the temple of the mysterious god, this one right here, and demanded an audience. And the doors just opened up to her. Nobody knows what went on in there, but Galerius wrote the oracle must have been more persuasive than Odysseus, because the next thing he knew, the ground shook and the voice of that god rang out over the city. The many have suffered long enough. Unfortunately, Galerius' account just sort of stops after that, leaving a lot of questions unanswered. What became of him and the other people who lived here? What happened to all the golden statues? And did this mysterious oracle single-handedly undo the curse that had terrorized people for hundreds of years?
Actually, that was me.
What? Oh, I see. For a moment there, I thought you were serious.
Oh, you don't believe me?
I found a way out through the aqueduct that brought water into the city. Follow me.
Cool, I'm right behind you. Alright. Dope. And here we are, back again. I guess we're going to go talk to Karen again, I suppose. Although this could be interesting. Thank you for the GG, DJ. It seems like I got another ending going
Pause
here.
for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lured into this temple.
Good idea.
You go on ahead. I'll be there soon.
Alright. Yeah, because I'm thinking like... I don't know. I don't know if this is the true like fourth ending or if this is one of the other ones. I guess we're going to find out in a moment. I'm quite curious to see which ending this is. But anyway, let's talk to Karen. Hello.
You're back. But you're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al?
I found him. He'll be in a moment.
What a relief. Why don't you tell me?
I discovered you're not who you said you were. I remember meeting you 2,000 years ago. Ah, here we go.
Ah, I see. I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions.
Who are you really?
You can just call me Caroline, if you like. I am sorry I was not completely honest with you when we first met. I do not enjoy deceiving people. Believe me.
It sounds similar to what she said
that
before.
most people find comfort in familiar.
Yeah. Gradual change, come and see the truth in their own time. What truth is that?
That you died.
Okay.
Of course. You were dead
Maybe I did.
when I brought you here.
Maybe this is different?
My role, as the servant of the god of
I don't
the
remember.
has always been to assist the chosen to cross the threshold from the land of the living to the land of the dead.
Yep. How did I die?
Usually, when people do not remember how they died, it is because they suffered a terrible trauma. Most souls would rather not remember. Ask yourself honestly.
So, I did ask how to know. What if I say suppose not?
A wise decision. All you need to know is that you and Al died in possession of a
It feels like the same conversation we had before. What's so special about these coins? Yeah, we've already heard this. Blah blah blah. Ferry them here. Why?
That is a question you would have to ask him, if that were still possible. In light of the
I already
path you have
did
chosen,
ask him, didn't
I
I?
am just his servant.
This is all stuff we already know.
Only now, I find myself bereft.
Blah blah
There is
blah.
nobody else
After
to
1,000
fear.
years. Can you return us to the land of
I see
living?
no point in keeping you here,
Here comes Al.
but I have to ask one thing. That you keep this
Yeah, take your lunch break,
to
Omega.
yourself.
Do it.
Look! Here comes Al now. Al! It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an oracle who confronted a god and undid an ancient curse.
Sounds like quite a story. And I look forward to hearing all about it. But you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
Alright, here we go. Okay, and it looks like that's probably another ending. 1 year later. Oh, hold on. Not over yet. Oh. Maybe this is the true ending. 1 year later. 1 year later. Apparently you can also convince Hades that he's no better than humans, and you get the same ending as this. It's just an alternative way to, except for using the crown, you just convince him. Okay. So basically you wouldn't have to do an extra loop.
Hey, you made it. great to see you again. I read about your trial in the news. Congratulations on your acquittal. Still, I'm sorry you had to go through all that. Anyway, after everything you've been through, I thought you might appreciate some good news. So after we got back to the real world, I started doing some research into the people mentioned in Galerius's tablet. And I found something strange. I'm sorry I've been so cryptic. I've been dying to tell you. I just really wanted you to see this for yourself. Why don't you head on down there? I'll catch up with you at the other end.
This feels like we're going to get the real ending, because we're going to see what happened to everybody who got out of there, I guess. I'm assuming. Oh my god. What?
You're finally here. Remember me?
The fuck? What are you doing here?
It's a crazy story. After you disappeared, Karen appeared and told us she was returning us to the world. Even gave us some coins to help us start our lives over. Only, for some reason, she returned us to your world instead of ours.
The fuck?
Anyway, I know we only ever had that one conversation, and I wasn't even sure if you'd remember me, but I wanted to say thanks for freeing us from the underworld and giving us a second chance.
So weird. What are you doing with yourself these days?
Oh, I used Karen's gift to buy a farm in Umbria. Got a villa on it too, with enough room for Dooley, of course. It's hard work, but I sleep soundly every night. I'm finally my own man, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
So weird. You're with Aquidia now?
I know. I can't believe my luck either. But we're engaged and living together. We're planning to get married next spring. If you're going to be around, we'd love to see you there.
That's cool. Count me in. It was good to see you again, Galerius.
Of course. There's a whole museum full of people waiting for a chance to thank you. So you better keep moving. We'll speak again soon, my friend.
That's kind of crazy, but also kind of cool. Oh, assemble as many people in the museum as possible? Did I? Man, I did it. Apparently I saved as many people as possible. Hey, Quidia.
You're here. It's lovely to finally meet you. Galerius told me all about you.
Good to see you too, Quidia.
So, you're the hero who somehow vanquished the last of the Roman gods. As I'm a priestess, you realize you've put me out of work.
Oh, you'll be fine.
I'm just teasing. Actually, and it still feels a little sacrilegious to say this, I'm finding life after religion quite enjoyable.
That's cool. So what are you doing with yourself these days?
Galerius and I are engaged and expecting. We've just bought a lovely villa in the countryside with room for a large family. And Dooley too, of course. It feels like the world has just opened up for us. There's so much to learn, and so many more possibilities for our children than we ever imagined. We're just so thankful for what you did for us. For all of us.
You're welcome. How's Livia?
Oh, it's sweet of you to ask. She recovered nicely. In fact, she's here somewhere, if you'd like to ask her yourself.
That's cool. I'll do that. It's good to see you. Bye.
See you at the wedding, I hope.
Most likely. So yeah, apparently I saved everybody, I guess. Because I had Galerius go around and save everyone before I talked to Hades. I think I might have got the best ending because of it. Anyway, let's chat with Dooley. Because other people would have died if I hadn't saved them, right? They would have killed themselves, basically. Anyway, I know who you are, Dooley.
Galerius said you're very nice and a big helper. Thank you for getting us out of the bad place. I didn't like it.
I didn't like it. So what are you doing with yourself these days, homie?
I live at Galerius and
It's you.
Aquitia's house.
Don't interrupt Aquidia.
And help me remember when I forget things, like brushing my teeth.
I'm sorry we never found your treasure.
There she is.
Oh, I forgot about that. I like my box now. Galerius got me a box that tells stories. It's my favourite thing.
Glad you're happy, homie. It's good to see you again, Dooley.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Alright, so we talked to those people. Who else we got around here? What's up, dude? It's Horatius. What up?
Hi there, I'm Horatius.
What's up, Horatius?
I understand we have you to thank for giving us a second chance at life. And reuniting Centilla with us as well. So, thank you.
Hell yeah. What are you doing with yourself these days, homie?
I'm living up north and studying in the military academy in Modena. I'm going to be an officer one day. The world's changed a lot. but some things stay the same. Would you believe we're still studying military tactics from my time? Alexander the Great, Caesar, Hannibal Barca. Still, I have to keep challenging myself to let go of old ways of thinking and embrace the new. As Seneca wrote, the ones who pioneered our paths aren't our masters, but our guides.
I'm sorry you never got to see your girl again, man.
Ah, you remembered that. Thank you. I grieved for a time, but that's done. In the words of Epictetus, as those who rode behind triumphant generals remind them they are mortal, remind yourself your precious one isn't one of your possessions, but something given for now, not forever.
All right. Glad. Well said.
Thanks. Oh, and I don't know if you've heard, but a few of us are going for drinks later. It'd be nice to chat with you some more.
I'll be there, homie.
Great.
See you.
See you at drinks later, I hope.
For sure, for sure. Speaking of girls, it's Cynthia, the sister who was being a bitch to me, not the one that was locked up.
I take it you're the Oracle. Thanks for coming.
Good to see you.
Actually, I changed my name to Cynthia. I didn't want to be associated with Sentius.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
After what happened. I'm not sure if you heard, but after you drove Pluto off, Proserpina emerged from the Great Temple.
Oh, yeah?
She knew right away what none of us had figured out about that psychopath. He'd been keeping my little sister locked up in the upper cistern all that time. But he's been dealt with. He's... you know what? The important thing is we'll never see him again.
I want to see what happened to him. Tell me. Anyway, what are you doing with yourself these days?
Anything I want. I'm a woman of means in a vast new world. I can go wherever and do whatever I please. Of course, I mostly just stay in my villa and have my servant Alexa summon things for me, because it's just awful out there.
Barbarians everywhere. Anyway, what happened to your daddy?
He's still there, all alone. The last golden statue in
Oh, he got goldened? Nice.
in a metal shell, slowly losing his mind until the end of time.
Nice.
Eternal torment. Just what he deserves, if you ask me.
Oh, she did say my servant Alexa, as in like Alexa, like the fucking AI. Alexa, play Who Let the Dogs Out. Anyway, who did once tell me he wanted to live forever? I mean, he did. He did say that.
Then I suppose he got his wish.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
You too. See you around.
Later, Cynthia, aka Cynthia. Anyway, alright, what's up, Julia? Or Yulia. I keep calling her Julia. Yulia. What's up, girl?
You're the Oracle, right?
You're welcome. Funky G is fine.
Oh, of course. Sorry. And I never got a chance to thank you for telling Galerius how to save my life. And of course, getting me and all of us out of a terrible situation.
What are you doing with yourselves?
Oh, I barely recognize myself. I'm living in a house share in London with my wonderful girlfriend. And I'm studying English at university.
That's cool.
Eventually, I want to travel the world and write about it. Turns out, it's about 30 times bigger than the Roman Empire ever
Yeah, it's
was.
crazy, right?
Did you know there are entire continents Rome never knew existed?
Did I know?
And you can travel almost anywhere in an aircraft, which is rather like flying on a Pegasus, but much more comfortable.
Absolutely.
Oh, sorry, you already know all that, of course. I'm just so excited. There's so much to see and learn and write about.
It's crazy to think what would happen if people from back then actually were in present day. Anyway.
I have noticed people from your time have no idea how fortunate they are. I hope to change that. One day.
You do realize you lived 2,000 years in the future from when I did. You guys had it coming up way better than I did. Anyway, what happened to Malleolus and Claudia?
Last I heard, Malleolus kept insisting he was the last rightful ruler of the Roman Empire, and wound up being committed to a psychiatric
Hilarious.
hospital. As for Claudia, she was always so viciously unhappy. Someone said she'd blown all her money on wine, trying to drink herself back to the underworld.
Damn.
After the horrific way they treated Ulpius and me, I can't help feeling a sense of... what's that German word? Schadenfreude?
Schadenfreude? I think you're allowed to feel that way.
Thank you. You're very kind.
Because fuck those people. What happened to Aurelia? Oh, is Aurelia not here either? Because fuck that lady too.
Ugh. Someone told me she was boasting about getting her claws into some rich prince, and how she was going to be living the high life from now on. Even in your time, life still isn't fair. Apparently, he'd proposed before they'd even met. And last I heard, she'd bought herself a first-class one-way ticket to join him in some exotic place called... what was it? Nigeria? Some people have all the luck.
Oh. Oh, that's hilarious. She got hit with the Nigerian prince. That's fucking hilarious. Oh my god. Don't worry. Something tells me she's going to get what she deserves.
Well, you are the Oracle, so I suppose I'll take your word for it.
That's
I feel
pretty
better
damn
already.
funny.
Thank you.
Screw that lady anyway. Aurelia was kind of a bitch face anyway.
You too. If you're ever in London, let me know. We can go to bars and drink wine and listen to the stories of the 9 million people who live there.
It's a lot of people. I'll take you up on that.
I hope so.
Alright, speaking of other people, this is probably Ulpius. No, this is Lucretia. Okay. Oh, this is the lady that saved her. It makes sense. I'm glad not everybody is here. That's good. But there's still a lot of people to go. So, Lucretia, what's up?
You are here. It's nice to finally meet you. Lucy is fine. I'm making an effort to blend in, as you can see. We are all trying to keep a low profile. If the world knew we died 2,000 years ago and were suddenly brought back to life 12 months ago, they'd never leave us alone. Speaking of which, I wanted to say thank you in person. I'd say the gods smile on you, but I hear you drove the last of them off. So...
what are you doing with yourself these days?
I'm studying to get into medical school. As much as I resented the responsibility of keeping everyone in the city alive, when it ended, I realized I missed it. So I guess I'll just keep saving the world, if begrudgingly, one patient at a time.
Fair enough. See you.
You too. Don't be a stranger.
I'm glad not everybody's going to be so mouthy. But we definitely still got more people to talk to. What's up, Georgius?
Hello.
Hello.
Greetings. You must be the legendary Oracle. It is
Oracle.
a sheer privilege to finally make your acquaintance. I am Georgius.
Yeah, good to see you too, buddy.
I am told we have you to thank for freeing us from Hades, and for that, I am most grateful.
You like his purple jacket? It is pretty fly. Anyway, what are you doing with yourself, Georgios?
I am reacquainting myself with Greece. It has changed so much over the last 2,000 years, I barely recognize it. This is at once heartbreaking and thrilling. Perhaps one day, once I have seen all of this new Greece and sampled her delights, I will settle down in Santorini in a villa overlooking the Azure Aegean Sea. I hope you will join me there and regale me with the story of how you faced off against the fearsome god of the underworld and won.
Absolutely. Consider me there, homie. Later.
You too, my friend.
Alright, and your friend Fabia over here. What's up, girl?
You're the one we've been waiting for. I'm Fabia.
Hi, Fabia.
Thanks for sending Galerius to save my life. I don't know how you knew. I would have been crushed by that shrine for sure.
You're welcome.
I'm just so happy to be here with you and everyone together again, even if it's just for one more night.
What are you doing with yourself these days, Fabia? You don't like her polka dot dress, TJ? Why not?
Well, it's not like I have to work with all the silver Karen gave me, so I just do what makes me happy. Mostly that means baking for my friends and looking at memes while binging TV shows in yoga pants. What a time to be alive.
What a time. I guess she does have that Flintstones vibe with the pearls in the dress. Anyway, I'm glad you're happy.
Thank you. I really am.
Okay, bye, Fabia.
You too.
Nice to talk with you. Who else we got here? The philosopher's here. Hello. I almost forgot about him.
I take it you're the oracle everybody's talking about. It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
We met before, though I wouldn't expect you to remember.
We have. I'm sorry, I don't remember. In any case, I'm Philip.
Philip!
I never thought I'd leave that cave, let alone the city. And now I'm living in the 21st century. What a time to be alive. And it seems I have your catabasis to thank for it.
So what are you doing with yourself, sir?
I'm working as a consultant to the Faculty of Classics at Cambridge University, helping fill the odd gap in their knowledge. Not that I need the money, but I do love being around enlightened minds again.
That's cool. Bye.
My sincere thanks once again.
I'm glad he wasn't too wordy, because he seemed like the type that would talk my ear off, and he did not, so that's nice. Look at this Beezy over here laying down. That must be Scintilla. Anyway. Hi, Octavia.
Oh, hello. It's lovely to meet you. I've heard so much about you.
Nice to see you, too.
I'm thankful that you're here. I was sure the person who drove off the last pagan god would have more important things to do than visit the likes of us. But thank you for coming and for saving our lives. What you did was extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
I'll never forget it.
You're welcome. So what are you doing with yourself?
I'm living in Rome again, in a charming little flat by the Tiber. Not far from my old place. Oh, and I'm training to be a crisis counselor. After you sent Galerius to persuade Ulpius not to take his own life, I was inspired. I just want to spend the rest of my life helping people, like you helped him.
Awesome. Sounds like a noble cause. Good on you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Okay, bye, Octavia.
And you.
Yeah, she called Hades a pagan god. Well, remember, she's Christian. Also, that is not a girl. Oh, that's the stupid fucking Decius guy. That's who that is. But yeah, she called him a pagan god because if you think about it, she's a Christian, right? And in this time and age, Christianity is still a thing. So anyway, what's up, Livia?
Greetings.
Good to see you living well, Livia. Or looking well.
Thank you for your kind
She got a
words
haircut.
and for liberating us all. In all the time I was in the underworld, I never once imagined that I might end up in a place so much like Elysium.
So what are you doing with yourself?
I'm recovering. Octavia was kind enough to let me stay with her for a while. At least until I'm well enough to be independent again.
Oh, you didn't see the part where we found out she was a Christian? Yeah. Yeah, some of the people there were Christians. They called them cultists. It was pretty funny. But anyway, you read any good poems lately?
Ah, you remember that. I'm a little tired of Ovid, but that's all right. I have 2,000 years worth of poetry to catch up on now. I'm already up to the 19th century, and am quite enjoying the work of a fellow named Poe.
Ooh.
I think I may have found a kindred
She likes that
spirit.
Edgar Allan Poe
Men
shit.
have
All right.
called me mad, but the question is not yet settled whether madness is or is not the loftiest intelligence.
All right. Well said. See ya.
And you. Farewell, friend.
All right. Yeah, she definitely learned a lot reading fucking that many years of poetry. But, you know, good for her.
Soiree, innit?
Anyway, what's up, Decius?
Hello at last.
I don't know why you're sitting like that.
Oracle I've heard so much about. I'm Decius.
Hi, Decius.
I wanted to express my sincere appreciation for what you did. If it wasn't for you, I'd never been able to sell all those useless old relics I accumulated. Whatever you did in that temple made me a very wealthy man. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Most gracious of you.
So what are you doing with
I
yourself?
took the money I made from selling my trinkets and started investing in the stock market.
Oh, he's one of those
That's where the real
guys.
money is now.
Stock market
I
investor.
was hoping to ask your advice, you being the Oracle and future seer and all that, on which stocks I should invest in next. I can't decide between fossil fuels, tobacco, gambling and arms. What would you recommend?
All of them. I can't really see the future, bro.
Oh, don't be like that. You can tell your old pal Decius. I won't take no for an answer.
DVD rentals, broadcast television, or print media. Oh my god. I'm going to tell him DVD rentals.
Oh, of course, yeah. I was just thinking the same thing. I'll go home and buy up as much stock as I can tonight. I'm going to make a bloody fortune.
What a fuck. What a fuck. I'll be going now. Bye.
Of course, don't let me keep you. Thanks again for the tips, my friend.
Wow. Fuck you, Decius. I hope you lose all your money, you piece of shit. Alright, who do we got left? We still got soldiers. Yeah, this is one of them. Oh, Kabosh, right. I saw the old man, the philosopher guy. I should have thought Kabosh is also going to be here too. I actually did have that thought, but I completely escaped my brain at this point.
It is an honor to finally meet you, Oracle.
Thanks, Kabosh.
You know my name? Oh, of course. You are an oracle.
You know many things.
I too would like to offer my thanks for releasing us from that place and for your role in bringing us here. This world is truly wondrous.
What are you doing with yourself?
For a time, I returned to Alexandria, but they have no need of another fisherman, and I came to see there is nothing for me there. Instead, I have decided to follow the custom of your youths and backpack the world. It is a great adventure, and I have met many people from many cultures. I spent the first 25 years of my life avoiding the 42 sins that would deny me access to the afterlife. Now, I think it is time I had some fun.
Sounds like a plan, homie. You earned it.
Indeed.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, Oracle.
Good talk, Kabosh. Good talk. Anybody over here? Nope. All right. Hopefully this is the last of our homies. These are the two soldiers. Rufius and Virgil. No, wait. Domitius isn't here either, is he? He's not. Interesting. All right, Rufius, what's up? Bet you these guys are together now. Bet you. Good to see you too, Rufius.
I go by Rufus now.
Rufus?
You start.
Rufius, Rufus. You didn't change it by that much.
Oh, and thanks, by the way, for what you did. Sorry, I'm no good with the mushy stuff.
That's okay. So what are you doing with yourself these days?
I live with Virgil in Rotterdam.
I knew it!
Not far
I told you this dude was going to be gay. With him.
I
knew it.
Modern. Destroyed in the war, and it rebuilt itself. Good place for a fresh start. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with my life yet. One adjustment at a time.
Indeed. So it turns out you were right. The statues really were watching us.
Huh. Good to know. Anyway, it was good practice for the new world. Security cameras and smartphones everywhere.
Absolutely true.
To stay vigilant.
Absolutely. Unfortunately true. Alright, later, Rufus.
You too. Look us up next time you're in the Netherlands. We're grateful.
You're welcome, Rufus. Now, what's up, Virgil? Hear that lovely German accent.
It's so nice to finally meet you. I've heard so much about you.
Good to see you, Virgil.
I wanted to thank you personally for getting us out of there. And for helping Rufus come to terms with himself. He may come off a little gruff, but once you get past that, he's a lovely fellow.
What are you doing with yourself?
I'm studying to be an architect again, and living with Rufus in our beautiful flat in Rotterdam. Just down the river from Nijmegen, where I grew up. Of course, it's improved immensely since I was there last. Gleaming futuristic buildings and clean streets, full of educated, accepting people. You natives of the 21st century have no idea how fortunate you are.
I know, right? Anyway, it's good to see you, Virgil.
You too. As Rufus said in his own laconic way, if you're ever in the Netherlands, we'd love to show you around. It's the least we could do.
I might take you up on that later. Alright.
Hi.
Scintilla and Ulpius.
Hello there.
Hi, Scintilla.
Oh, I go by Gabriella now. I didn't want to be reminded of that monster every time I heard
Fair
her
enough.
name.
Cynthia and Gabriella.
After he drove Pluto off, Proserpina came and released me, and that monster got what was coming to him.
Good. Sounds like you got what you deserved. Fuck him.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are you doing with yourself these
I'm
days?
living with Ulpius on a little vineyard in Umbria. It's even more wonderful than I dreamed it would be. I'm so grateful to you for making sure he's still with us. If you're ever passing through the region, I hope you'll come and visit us. You can try some of our very own wine.
That's cool. Good to see you.
Thanks. You too.
Alright, and last but not least, we got Ulpius here.
It's nice to finally put a face to the name. I'm Ulpius.
Good to see you too, buddy.
I understand I have you to thank for sending Galerius to save my life. The way you just showed up out of the blue and stopped me from making a terrible mistake. I'll be forever in your debt.
So what are you doing with yourself these days, homie?
I'm living with Gabriella in Umbria. We finally bought the little vineyard we always dreamed of. It'll be a little while before we know what we're doing, but every day I look at her and this extraordinary new world with all its beauty, and I think, what if I'd given up hope and missed out on all of this? So we're living each day to the fullest. And we end them all the same way, sitting together on our terrace with a glass of our wine, which the locals say is almost drinkable now, and watching the sun
almost drinkable
over the rolling hillside. And I couldn't be happier.
Well, good for you, buddy.
Thank you. I wouldn't be here without you.
No, you wouldn't. You'd be dead as shit. Anyway, see ya.
You too.
Alright, I think I talked to everybody, unless there's somebody at the end of this hall. I don't remember anybody that we're missing, but I'm sure there's probably at least one person. We didn't see Domitius. We didn't see Malleolus. We didn't see his wife. We didn't see Al Whatherface, but we learned about what happened to all of them. Well, everyone except for Domitius. Unless Domitius is still here, too. Anyway, I might have forgotten somebody, but if it is, who's this? This might be Al. Yeah, this is just Al.
There you are. I hope you enjoyed that.
I did.
Now, there's one more person I wanted to introduce you to. I think you know her.
Oh? Uh-oh? No way.
Sorry if I frightened you.
Is it Persephone? Persephone? It's her.
Time.
It's her. I recognize that voice.
Allow me to introduce myself properly. I am Persephone.
Hell yeah.
Former goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. And now, a regular mortal.
And that's
I
why
wanted to meet
he
you
put her
in
in present
person.
day.
And thank you for freeing all these people.
Or she put us in present day?
I
Anyway.
hate to think what would have happened to us without your intervention.
Hell yeah. What, you were whispering me all along?
Indeed. Suffice it to say that while Pluto was controlling the eyes and ears of each golden statue, I was able to control their tongues and whisper to you when he was distracted. I am sorry my messages were so cryptic. There were only ever brief windows in which I could speak to you without being detected.
Makes sense. You did what you could. Thanks. You created the time loop?
I did. I may have given up my immortality, but I still retain my gifts as the goddess
That makes
of the
sense,
cycle
actually.
of life and renewal. After witnessing Pluto punish countless poor souls over thousands of years, I knew this generation, the final wave, would not survive. So I tried to give them a way to buy more time. A second chance. Rather, as many second chances as they needed to avoid his wrath. So I whispered to Sentius in secret, telling him the prayer required to create a portal in my shrine. I knew the danger of humans being corrupted by godly power, and so I put a safeguard in place. I required the creator of the portal to sacrifice their own life, so that it could only be used selflessly to help others. What I did not anticipate is that Sentius would retain his accumulated memories from each previous day, and as a veteran soldier he had long since shed his fear of death. He quickly discovered that he could, in effect, prolong his own life indefinitely by exploiting the cycle. Of course, once I had taught him the prayer, I could not unteach him, and there was little I could do but wait for someone like you to come along and see him for what he was. We were all fortunate you came along when you did.
Well, okay. Interesting. So what became of yo hubby?
I don't know what happened to him. I haven't heard from him, and I rather hope it stays that way.
Okay, then. What about Karen?
Oh, she inherited dominion over the underworld.
Oh.
Last time we spoke, she was working on a new world of some kind. She wouldn't say what it was, but I'd be surprised if you don't run into her again. I imagine
She's
you
working on a new world?
one day.
Is it just called Hell? Anyway, nice meeting you, Persephone. Or Proserpina.
And you, although it feels like I've known you forever. Oh, and one last thing. Do you remember all those golden statues scattered throughout the city?
I do.
Good, because they remember you.
Oh, yeah?
Well done, my friend.
Oh!
Of all the heroes who ever journeyed to
Really?
none came close to achieving
Everybody's here?
Hercules, Orpheus, Theseus, and Aeneas.
I didn't expect that. That's cool. And that's ending 4-4, so that must be the true ending of the game right there, y'all. We skipped right over ending 1 and 3, but who cares when we got the truest of true endings? Hell yeah. GG to me, baby. GG to me. And I'm guessing the credits are going to roll. So, I did say I was going to do all the endings, but we got the true ending. What could the other endings possibly be to be more interesting than that? I mean, we got to see everybody who survived and got to be put into the present day. Like, that's a crazy ending. I wasn't expecting it to end quite like that. Avengers Endgame. Everyone's here. On your left, Captain. On your left. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just call this the outro. Call this the finale, I guess. I know there's 2 other endings, but there's no fucking way they could be as interesting as that. No way. No way. I'm thinking the other endings are probably going to be similar to the one we already got, where we'll make a time loop happen, or something, and then we get the same conversation with Karen at the end, and then boom, credits roll. I don't think there's going to be anything after it. I think it'll be basically the same as the other one. It'll just be how you get there will be different. That's my guess. I'm not opposed to doing the other endings, but does anyone really want to see me do them? I mean, it can't be that interesting if we got the true ending. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to hold myself to seeing the other endings. Even DJ's like, yeah, they're not that interesting. Like, that's fine. I can probably just call this a finale and call it a game. But I will say this was a very interesting experience. I didn't know what to expect from it at all coming into it. Very interesting story and plot and lore. I mean, I think that's what makes this whole game even interesting at all, because I can't say that the gameplay was super engaging. It's mostly just a bunch of talking, but the story itself is good, so I can't be mad at that. Yeah, I had a good time. Thank you again to DJ for gifting me this game kind of randomly, but we could talk about the other endings, how to get them. That's fine. We can talk about them, because I was thinking that one of the endings had to be like, maybe, I'm trying to think of what the other endings could be, like how we would get there. One of the endings has got to be like, oh, you could just straight up kill Sentius and not free Scintilla? Oh, okay. That you could just straight kill his ass? I didn't even think about that, but I guess once you know it's him, you could just straight fucking murk his ass. I guess that makes sense. That does make sense. Probably get the same ending as the one we already got, but instead of saving Scintilla, Sentius would just be dead. Yeah, I know. We don't need the other 2 endings if we saw the true ending, Omega. I agree. The only reason I would do the other 2 endings myself is because I want to get all the achievements for the game, which I'm not going to promise I will do to myself, but maybe I will. I don't know. There is a lot of achievements for this game. There's like 40. I noticed that on Steam. I was like, damn, there's like 40 achievements in this game? And I definitely did not get 40 today. Well, I already had like 11 or something when I started today. Just in the second session here. Yep, just finished the game, RPG fan. You missed the finale, true finale there, but welcome in. But yeah, I'm kind of agreeing with you there, Omega. Y'all don't need to see the other 2 endings if we got the true one, and we got to see one of the quote-unquote bad ones. I wouldn't even say the other ending was that bad. It was just sad that we didn't get to save everyone. But Al, main character and Al got saved, and so did Scintilla. And I'm assuming these credits are about to end, because I know it can't be that long. That's why they scroll so damn slow. But yeah, I had a good time with this. I always like the time loop aspect of these games sometimes. Sometimes they can get a little like roguelike, where you get kind of like, man, I want to do this over and over and over. But they definitely had shortcuts for stuff, which was nice once you got stuff unlocked and understood things. Anyway, so the third ending is when you're talking to Sentia, there's a dialogue option to ask her if it's possible to save the others as well. Then on the next loop, you will tell Galerius to gather everyone in the cistern. Oh, or I said Sentia, but Scintilla. Yeah? Okay. Okay. So basically the other option would have been when I talked to her, instead of saving just me and her, have everyone gather and then tell Galerius to gather. Okay. So those are easy endings. I can literally get those in like 2 seconds. All I gotta do is go pop Sentius and get one ending, and the other one is to go talk to Scintilla till I get the option to have everyone gather, and then on the next loop have Galerius gather everybody. So that's all I would have to do for the other 2 loops. Those are easy. And I can already imagine how those end. So that's cool. Most likely the Scintilla one, everyone will just go back to their time period, and boom, bang, bang, the future will be the same. And then in the one where Sentius dies, I don't know if there will be any plaque. It'll probably just be like the worst ending, where there's no plaque at all. Just we get out and boom, bang, bam, we're saved. Nobody else got saved but me, and maybe Al. But yeah. Probably Al too. But yeah, that's pretty much how I imagine those other endings end up if you do them. Anyway, RPG fan, you just played one of the most terrifying levels in all of gaming last night. Also one of the few video game levels that has its own Wikipedia entry. It's the mission robbing the cradle from Thief Deadly Shadows. All right, you were playing that Thief game. Well, hope you're enjoying your thiefness. It looks like I'm at the end of these credits here. I don't know who Marta Pierce is, but GG, Marta Pierce. You made this game possible. GG. I guess that's the end of the credits. Message from the developers. We hope you enjoyed The Forgotten City. We'd love to make even better games in the future. And you can help out by recommending The Forgotten City to a friend or writing a review. And the more people that play our games, the more we can level up. And if you'd like to be the first to know when you announce our next project, please connect with us here. Alright, cool. Thank you. I don't need your links right now. But, on that note, that is probably The Forgotten City. Yep. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you on whatever I do next, which will probably be my next poll game. No, probably about it. That's what's next. I'll see you guys then. Peace!